Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. With my wife and kids, we run an antique shop in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, filled with some of the most unique items we can find. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc.
From home, honey.
Hey everyone, well this has certainly been a very busy weekend, buying and selling and going through houses and it's just been a jam-packed busy weekend. Now I'm back to the store. I've got to get everything offloaded. I've switched out to the old Buick and it is packed to the roof. We're gonna stop and get the stuff to the shop and get it set up and start running some errands today. I love driving my classic cars, and if you're going to drive something, may as well put a smile on your face and the people around you. The ambulance is a great hauler for when I've got that really big trip to do. I've been using the Buick for my kind of everyday vehicle, and it just doesn't have enough room. But you know, we're going to get it offloaded here, try and find some space inside the store for all this stuff, and I can go do another trip and restock my candy counter. First, I'm going to get the uniform, get this guy out. I wonder if I could use the carpool lane, having a mannequin in there. I think people have tried doing that and gotten in big trouble for it. I'm joking, but I think that's actually happened. I have stopped at the auction house now to drop some things off, and they are gearing up for an antique sale coming up on the 16th of this month. And kind of having a look around, there's some cool stuff here. One thing that's kind of caught my eye is this. This is your candy store size national cash register. That is probably the more collectible of cash registers. You see the bigger ones, they're usually like $1,000 or so in really good shape. This could be 1,500 bucks. Not sure what it's going to sell for at auction, but if that price tag is right, it might be one heck of a bargain. Lots of furniture. Sadly, this is the result of a local antique store going out of business. So you wish that you had other reasons to buy furniture and stuff, but I am looking at the collectibles and I see, I think, some toy cars. I'm gonna see what's in there. Oh yeah, it's a nice little variety. They said Matchbox, but that's a Redline Hot Wheel, that purple one. Kind of in tough shape, but still pretty neat little lot. Busy working away at the shop here, and we had Nate come by, and he's one of our viewers from YouTube land, like you guys, and he bought some stuff. So what did you pick up?
I picked up 3 records to add to my collection.
Oh yeah.
Got Pink Floyd.
Classic Pink Floyd.
Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Great album.
And Johnny Cash, live at Folsom Prison.
And of course, you probably know I'm partial to Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
So it's very cool. I'm glad we could add some records to your collection. So how many are you up to now?
With these 3, I'll be at 26 records so far in my collection.
Okay. Well, you know, 3 more to listen to, and appreciate you coming in.
Yep.
And keep on watching.
Yep.
Okay, another work day done. Now it's time to head home because I have something finally showing up for me. I buy all this stuff, and I don't generally take a whole lot home, but I am keeping something today. Let's go home and find out what it is. I'm home now, and probably just, you know, any minute it could arrive. What could it be? Well, you're gonna see right away. Funny story, well, it's starting to rain. That's not what's funny. It's not super great to be getting something delivered on a rainy day. Really not great for guys like across the street. They're getting their roof done back there. But my funny story is that yesterday we had the Ghostbusters car here, and Abigail was sitting in the front seat. She accidentally flipped the switch and the siren went on, and the guys up on the roof there, they they started laughing because I'm sure they probably got quite the fright. Of all the things to do, do not scare a team of roofers with an ambulance on your Ghostbusters car. It was a near miss, but thankfully everybody's okay. And hopefully our car arrives here without any haphazardly things happening. We'll see. of the last vehicles to get offloaded. Now this guy has the fun job of driving this car all the way back across this tightrope basically and off the end without it crashing off either side. I have a hard enough time walking on top of a stack of bricks, let alone driving a car off a raised platform, but he's a pro. Here's the big moment. Oh, almost a big moment. Okay, apparently the car's out of gas, so we can't get it off the trailer right now. It's kind of blocking the road. I am making a quick stop over at the local gas station with the jerry can. Hopefully I can zip back there before any neighbors get upset that there's a trailer dropping a car off in the middle of the road. Oh, and we also have this big rainstorm coming too to worry about. Oh, when it rains, it literally pours. Got the jerry can just in time. These storm clouds are just about to roll in. I think he's got the tank filled up. We're gonna give it another try. There we go. He's all gas and go now. Ooh, I would not want to do that. This is where you let the professionals do it. He's basically like a half a story up off the ground, driving a 30s car. Let's hope the brakes are good. I guess we've got brakes. This is how you find out how the brakes are on an old car like this. Should I tell him now that it's been sitting for 15 years? Yes. And he's almost home free. And she's down. Woohoo! So it sounds like the hood was a little bit loose. We gotta adjust that. The window dropped down. Have to fix that. But you know, hey, it's a Woody wagon. And this is kind of a special model, in fact. This is a 1939 International Woody wagon, or they call a station wagon. It was made for national parks. They made, I think, 5 for Yosemite and 5 for Yellowstone as shuttles from the train station to the hotels. And this one is a survivor. What's unusual about it, and it's one of only a handful made, is it is partially wood, but it has a faux steel wood body, so you don't suffer that sort of wood rot that you get on some of the other cars, but you get the same look. It is a older resto mod, meaning that they've given it a modern drivetrain and modern suspension, but they've retained the looks of it as looking like a vintage classic that it is. Yeah, I quite like it. I think it's got a good look. We'll get it inside, then we'll have a good look at it. First order of business, I've got to take some of this tape off that the trucking company put on to kind of hold things shut. And I can see I'm gonna have to do some touch-ups on the paint, which is all right. Expect that from an older vehicle. Just trying to be gentle so it doesn't take off any paint in this area here. I got the tape off the driver's window. It's better. And I think what happened here is that the window came off the rails, which means I'll have to pull all these screws off to get it back on, but that's all right. Before I do a walk around of this really cool car, I have to give a big thanks to James Lee in Tennessee. He's one of our viewers, probably watching at home right now. I had said on a live feed once, boy, I sure wish I had a cool old station wagon. And James wrote me and said that his dad's best friend had passed away, and the widow had this sitting for about the last 12 to 15 years, and it wasn't moving, nothing was happening with it, and she'd consider selling it. We made an offer, we made a deal, and a month and a half later, we finally got it back to Canada. And thank goodness too, I was a little bit concerned with the borders being closed that we wouldn't be able to get it back. But here we go. The car is back home. James, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the work you did. And it wasn't an easy feat. James and his dad actually had to get the car running for me because I bought it as a non-runner. But the shipping company wouldn't ship it unless it started. So they were kind enough to throw on a new carburetor and put in a temporary bypass for the fuel system so that the thing would actually start up and give me a chance to empty out the old gas out of it. So a lot of work, a lot of effort, but James and Dad, thank you so much. I appreciate everything. Now let's have a look at this great car. So let's see what's under the hood. We have a small block Chevy 350, which is nice and easy to work on. It's been upgraded, so it has power brakes and even air conditioning. A lot of creature comforts that you certainly don't get. Does it have power steering? Looks like we've got power steering too. So somebody's done quite a bit of work to retrofit everything in here. That was like either a car alarm or a novelty horn. I'm guessing that's a crazy car alarm. Don't want to accidentally set that off. I figured out what this button does. Listen. It does the wolf whistle. That's the horn on this car. It's a wolf whistle. I don't know if that'll pass the safety inspection, and I don't know if that'll pass the life inspection, but that's what the horn does. We know it runs and drives. We know the brakes work. I think I've got to give this guy a bit of a wash down. See what we've got going on here. This is the setup that James and his dad had to come up with to bypass it. They've got a tank, electric fuel pump, and then they're basically just pumping it right to the carburetor through the interior here. Pretty ingenious little setup. Let's play a game called What Works? First thing we're gonna do is start the car. So ignition on. Starts like a dream. Okay, the gauges appear to be working. Tach working. Okay. I don't see that the tach is working. That's all right. Okay. I have one single only wiper blade and it works. Oh wait, look, there's separate switches for the wipers. Well, the wipers work. Need some new blades on there, but that works. I won't be able to get this past their inspection with the broken windscreen, so I'll have to get that fixed. Let's see. Okay, that's a lighter. 2 lighters. They must have been heavy smokers back in the day. Do they work though? Let's find out. Because that would be great to have an extra plug-in for, you know, charging a cell phone or whatever. We'll give it a second and see if that actually heats up. It should pop out when it's ready. That's probably lights. That's something else. Oh, look at that. Works. Working lighters. Let's see what's in the glove box. This has got to be the world's biggest glove box. Look, I can stick my whole I can stick my whole arm in there. They built what is probably the world's biggest glove box on this car. Okay, that must be an attachment for this so it can have a decorative horn ring. I'd like to get that on there. That would look a lot better. I've got a Hawaii late. Somebody got late in this car. Wah, wah. You know, they're probably a fun person because look what's in the dashboard. Little surfer dude, little surfer girl. That was probably up here at some point. I'll have to get a little Hawaiian girl or something up there with the grass skirt. Put that back in the glove box. Oh, I see. Look, there's switches. There's the previous owner from generations ago was kind enough to leave switches here. So that's fog light. Oh, no. That's fog light. That's headlight. Okay, let's go up front and see if those work.
Are you selling the fuel too?
Okay, I've got a fog light. I have 2 fog lights. Don't see the headlights yet. The interior is pretty nice. whenever this was redone. It's actually stood up really well. Love the roof in here. Oh, I think that the dome light was inside the glove compartment. I'll try and put that back on. Pretty good shape, really. First things first, this car needs a bit of a wash. Well, that looks a little bit better, but that dent is kind of bothering me. I'm gonna see if I can get behind it and kind of pop it out a little bit. Well, I was able to pull the dent out a little bit, just enough so it's not too close to rubbing against that tire. I'll have to pull the wheel off and then actually repair that at a future date with a dolly and hammer technique. But for now, I think my focus is gonna have to be on getting that window so it rolls up on the other side. Had the kids come out to see what Dad is up to. So what do you guys think of the car?
I think it's really cool. I like it a lot.
I know, and there's enough room for all of us too.
Yeah, there is.
Do you imagine taking this to the beach?
Yeah.
With a paddleboard on the roof or a surfboard on the roof? I think that'd look pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna back it in the garage so you guys stand clear. I still don't trust the brakes fully on it. Sad but true. I've gotten inside the door. What I found is that after taking this off, the guides came off the bottom track on the bottom of the glass. So we're gonna try and get that all propped up and back in place, get the door panel popped on, and hopefully we'll get that window to work again. Driver's side glass is repaired. Windshield crank is working once more. And I gave it some grease while I was at it, which I've got a Windex to wipe off of there. But at least that's one thing fixed. That's it, a new ride. I think it's a really cool vehicle. I never thought that I'd have a Woody wagon before, and this one is definitely a rare beast too. It seems to drive and run pretty good, so assuming we get the gas tank cleaned out, I should be back in business before long. So thanks for watching today's episode, guys. You'll have to see us on more adventures as we take the Woody wagon out picking on future episodes. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button as we do a little bit of cleanup and some mild restoration on this Woody wagon and make it our daily summer driver. Have a wonderful day, guys. We'll see y'all soon, and bye for now.